Ah, I'm an idiot. You know what I could have been doing? I am going to grab you two and I'm going to position you in there. I'm going to select all of this. I'm going to delete that front. I'm going to grab you two. I'm going to say one front right here. Going to there so I can actually differentiate you. Then I'm going to say you four, different front, just a very, very small single front right there, going here. And that way I can stop this lot moving down here to stop these guys reinforcing this area. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grab you and I'm going to add you to this as well. There we go. That's how I should have been doing that from the start. Use experience to improve the fighter. Well, we're in 1940, which means I can research a better fighter. So what I would rather do is research the next fighter and then spend the air experience on that. And even better is if we had political power, then I could have bought some of the fighter designs, but we don't have that yet. So kind of a moot point. Alright, we've taken Taranto. We should be able to kick these guys out pretty easily, and that will be a couple of stacks killed actually, which is great. Otherwise, the fight is entirely on this front. I think I have weathered the worst of this storm. The Entente taking out Socialist Italy was very important, because that was forcing me to fight on two fronts. Once my southern front is secure once again, I can shift all of my attention here to the north and into France, and just keep on bleeding them across the Alps. Like, they must have lost more troops than I have now. Yes. Yes, they definitely have. Like, we're not into the millions yet, but I think we will be, especially once the French troops start arriving here. But these are crack troops, and these are all mountaineers, which are going to be amazing in the Alps. So it's all good. How's my navy doing in the meantime? I have a grand total of 10 submarines. Not great, in other words, not great. We are building ships. But very slowly. Fair enough. Fair enough. And to celebrate the defeat of the socialists, it's time for some tea. Which is really hot. Ow! Ah. It's fine. It's fine. Only slightly scalded my tongue. Right, we have decryption, which is going to help me seeing precisely where enemy troops are. I think I will at this point research the 202 Folgore, because we're a long way away from getting the political power to improve the Air Force. And this is really a decision. This is between Air Force and Navy. And being the Italians, we probably want to focus on Navy. That's what we were going to do. We were going to do heavy and light cruisers, and then Reggiane. So we're going to get fighters, because this is a really big bonus, and this is a big bonus. And together they will work quite well. And we'll go for more of a hit-and-run fleet, rather than just trading people down, pound for pound, killing them. Hey Dana, hey Emperor Gabriel. Tea! This is coffee. I ordered tea. Tea! Blackadder. Caribbean Federation. The man with the awesome hat wishes to give things to the man with the awesome mustache. Marvellous. And wow, that is a lot of guns from reorganized China. I think we're going to overcome this deficit fairly quickly if they can keep that up. I'm really hoping that these guys do a counterattack and retake the rest of Sicily, because then I can cross across the strait and take that stuff back. Ooh, factories! Huzzah! I'm going to build more fighters. We're going to focus on our air force, because air superiority is quite potent. Once you arrive, we'll have you back off and get some recuperation going. And you as well, I think. Did I upgrade all of my infantry to mountaineers? I apparently did at some point. Good. Are you in the fight yet? Yes. So I would like you to back off and get some R&R, and I'm going to throw you into the fray instead. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, last offensive. And non-aggression pact from Cuba. Sure, why not? Don Cuban Union declared war on Russia. Interesting. How's the air battle going? Okay, so we've seized control of the Po region, which is excellent. And once we start getting more planes, we can start pushing across the Alps and start bombing France. But right now, this is now a war of attrition. We just need to sit here and whittle them down. And hope that they don't attack Austria, because I'm not sure how well Austria would do. Although Austria, at this stage, being fully united, will have a lot of soldiers. Yes, even though they're doing the stupid manpower things. Aha! Success! Marvellous. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift you guys up here. I'm going to move all of you to defend this front, and then I'm going to have these 12 defending up here. And that will be more troops. Good. Oh, that's a big attack. You've just been forced away. Let's throw you into the fray. Oh, screw it, let's throw 2 of you into the fray. There we go. Good. How effective are naval bombers for aerial denial against foreign navies? Naval bombers are very effective. Like, I'm increasingly underwhelmed by bombers of any kind. But naval bombers are the exception to that rule. They are very, very strong. So, they're good. Worth it. Entente's launching an increasingly large offensive down there in the south of France, and they have 2 ports now, so Entente troops are going to be pouring into that region. What they need to be able to do, though, is push out, otherwise they will just be constantly on zero organisation here, and keep on and will continue to be thrown out to sea. Alright, blues are arriving in good numbers. No troops coming here? Oh, some of you are... yeah, okay. Sinking convoys. Ooh, we lost a carrier, that's not good. Tibet took 2 states. Bhutan is being annexed for 57,000 equipment. That is quite a lot of equipment. Alright, blues are getting here in increasing numbers. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these yellows. I'm going to add you 3 to there. Patria Nostra are complete. Do I want the ties with Austria? This is just us visiting Austria, I think. Austria is our... well, no. Fuck that. Information is, and always has been, the essence of warfare. Cryptology is a field which would allow us to always have an advantage over our enemies. I would agree with that. And then you 2 were going to be assigned to there, which means delete. And... where are you 2 going? No, that's a mistake. You 2 stay there. And as such, we should now be in a very strong position to just hold everywhere, frankly. At least until the Austrians start losing. Alright. Submarines are doing their submarine thing. Resources, we could do with a bit more oil, so we'll go ahead and buy some. And factory-wise, we are still building things, including a bunch more ports. Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fair. Absolutely. Naval bombers are probably what won the war for the Allies in the Mediterranean in World War II, because they had Malta. The British held Malta, and it was an excellent airbase to carry out all kinds of naval interceptions throughout this whole area. I mean, going from Suez through the Strait of Gibraltar was a vital lifeline for the British. Getting supplies in from India and holding over Malta allowed them to do that. Plus, the British did beat the Italian Navy, usually with land-based bombers, and also this is where the British carriers were active. And that's why you didn't see very many around the English channels, because mostly they were fighting here in the Mediterranean. Campbell, I think it was Campbell who was doing that. And he had one of the most successful port bombing raids. He bombed the Italian fleet when they were in port down in Tarantino, I think. Or Taranto, or whatever it's called. It's not Tarantino, I know that. Okay, so we have improved mountain infantry now, which is excellent. I think this is when we're going to get atomic research for the extra bonus to that. And otherwise, things are relatively quiet now on this front. You guys were unassigned. Of course you were. I'm going to assign you two to there. You to there. And you two to the... no. Screw it, we'll do this around, it's fine. Like so. Infantry equipment 2. Marvellous. We could start getting mechanised, but I don't think we have the industry really to pull it off. Next thing I think I want is field hospitals, and then maybe engineers. How's the training coming? Training is almost done. Excellent. We seem to be holding out pretty effectively basically everywhere, so that is all good. Marvellous. So 41 we get the next light tank. Was it light tanks we were invested in? Yes. So in 41 we can get the new light tank, then we can spend all of our land experience on that. And then maybe also start working on some light SP artillery. And either adding them to our light tank divisions or start adding them to our infantry divisions, because 1, they're cheap, and 2, you can have variants and upgrade them. Does Portugal have a focus tree? I think they do. No, they don't. That surprises me. I have a feeling they will in the next expansion, though, because they are doing a lot of stuff for Africa. Like, the whole of Africa is completely being overhauled. They've added like 40 new territories in Africa. It's quite impressive. And also Asia. And I think as part of the Africa thing, they're doing a bit for Portugal, because Portugal had quite a lot of colonial land down here. And Portugal is one of the main threats against the Middle Africa. It does actually look like... Oh, that's the African Civil War. Okay, never. South African Civil War. Never mind. I was going to say that's Middle Africa doing stuff, but it wasn't. Alright, we're sinking a lot of Union of Britain shipping coming through here, which makes me very happy, because I'm hoping that those are actual troops, which we're just stack wiping. Ooh, Entente landings all over the place, maybe even German landings. These are probably Germans coming in from Middle Africa. So the French are sending more and more troops down here, where we're keeping them busy, allowing other people to hit them from various different angles, which works rather well. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty secure about this now. Okay, do we want more fighters? Is there anything we want more? We're closing on our gun deficit pretty darn quickly. We could get more tanks. Or just more fighters. You know what? I'm going to continue with fighters. We're going to double down on that. And that would be fine. Kush, thank you very much for the follow. Sorry I missed that one about 15 minutes ago. You guys are winning there. Yeah, that's fine. Move the capital to Florence. As Joseph I von Österreich-Toscana is the new king of Italy and also the Grand Duke of Tuscany, some have proposed moving the capital from Rome to Florence. This move will probably be viewed favourably by the Austrians, but also with stern opposition by the Italians, especially considering that the Pope will remain in Rome. No, Florence is our capital. No, sorry, Rome is our capital. That improves relations with the... I don't want to be too friendly with the Austrians. Who do you think I am? I'm not sure that I will need to go with naval bombers. Because heavy cruisers actually have a lot of firepower, and light cruisers have a bonus to anti-air. Well, not a bonus, they have good innate anti-air. So when fighting against air forces, I'm actually feeling pretty confident. And the great thing about using those is they're very quick. Hit and run. Although that didn't work particularly well in my Germany game, the one that failed to record properly. Hot Sky, thank you very much for the follow. So, now the waiting game begins. This becomes something of a stalemate over here. I mean, we're going to have, like, veteran level 5 units all along that border by the end of this, hopefully. Oh, we have a ship. A battleship. I didn't think I was building battleships. I'm not. Oh, I built the one, and now I'm switching to light cruisers. Okay, fair enough. It's a tier 2, it's fine. They'll slow us down a bit, it's the only downside. Right, you guys trained? Yes, you are. So I think I'm going to add you two to the yellows up there, and you to the purples. There. Good. And we got a bunch of manpower, of course, when we took southern Italy, because I'm going to assume we have cores here. We don't. That counts as occupation? It's part of Italy! Well, that's annoying, because that means I have to... Oh, for Pete's sake. I have to occupy my own territory! That's ridiculous! Alright. In that case, I am going to build something that you will not see very often. Cavalry. Whoops, no, not motorized. Cavalry. Cavalry. Just one line of cavalry. Do I want any support stuff? I don't think so. I'm not going to have many of these. These are just the military police. Support should be military police. Military police. Except I don't think I have MPs yet. No, I don't, because I don't usually bother hiring them, training them, researching them. That's the word. Right, I'm going to need a couple of those. It won't be very many. Probably 5? 5 will do. As we get the stuff coming in, it'll be fine. Because they're already starting to receive equipment. Bassaz! Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. We're doing pretty well for resources overall now, which makes me very happy. More and more people are massing on this border, but we're just entrenching more and more, so that is fine too. Did we finish the fortifications? No, we haven't. They've been pretty consistently attacking us down here, not letting us get much building done. I mean, one thing we could do is launch a counterattack into here. In fact, I kind of like that plan. And we'll put some pressure on this, and this will also allow us to rebuild these locations. And possibly even push them back. Because I kind of want Nice. It is, after all, a core of mine. And we did. We pushed them back. Sweet. So we need to start building some defences here. Pretty rapidly. And also counter-attacking. This attack is mostly just to keep them busy while we launch this one. Although, if there are any of you that are particularly badly wounded, I'd like to keep 1 or 2 units there in reserve, just in case. And this does need to change. I want the 13. Which one are you? Damn it! Either 3 or the 7. You are the 7. You're the 13. No, that's the tanks. Right. You. You're the 13. You go there. You The 7. No, is that what I wanted? There we go. Because remember, we do want them separated out. Because we want to make sure that our lowland... Oh, except these are both mountains. Less of a problem then. Let's get this counterattack going. It's going to be a bit of a meat grinder. Oh, you're attacking that way. Alright, that's fine. Ireland! Sending me more guns. Marvellous. Isn't there a focus that grants me cores there? Oh, yeah. I think we need to have won the war. Oh, we have to own all of the cores? Are you kidding me? That means we have to take Sicily. Which I don't think we're ever going to do. Oh. What happened to our naval superiority here, guys? Alright, we'll send the tanks. It's fine. Tanks aren't the best at attacking cities, but they're quick. I don't want the enemy reinforcing down there. Serious, how did they do that? They don't have control over the Tyrrhenian Sea. They should not have been able to cross. Alright, we'll get our fleet to do this. We will... Ah, bollocks, just shuts chat. My bad. I'll open it in a minute. Put you in charge of that. And then we'll go over to you. Open that. Where's pop out gone? There it is. Everything's going wrong. There we go. Chat is back. Marvellous. Move you back to where you should be. Right, back to normal. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Naples. And that offensive is looking a little bit dangerous. So we'll shift in some more reinforcements. Is this worth continuing? I don't think it is, really. Although, the longer we continue attacking them, the more reinforced this area becomes. Let's do that. Because this basically, if you're being attacked, you can't be building forts there. So us attacking is blocking them from attacking me, meaning those forts get built, meaning that area becomes much more defensive. They are indeed dropping troops in. So we're going to have you attacking just to stop them building the organisation while these two prepare. And then they can do the actual attack. Mordred, reconsider garrisoning your ports. Please don't pull a Val and assume naval superiority. I don't really have the troops available to do that. Like, there are a lot of Frenchies along this border because Germany's gone. Oi, not done yet. There we go, much better. Cryptology effort. Information is, and always has been, the essence of warfare. Cryptology is a field which will allow us to always have an advantage over our enemies. So I think it is time for us to expand the Academy of Science. Our scientists wish to use their knowledge to aid us in these hard times. Every man and woman should get the opportunity to do so. Alright then, sounds reasonable. Ooh, they have pulled a lot of men out of Nice, and as soon as you've gone, then they will have very few actual proper troops here. Come on, leave. That'll do. Launch a counter-attack. Let's have you guys attack as well. Sure. Alright, Naples should fall fairly easily, which is great. Oh, that wasn't mine. I was thinking my battleship has just sunk already. No, he actually sunk an enemy battleship. That's alright then. Schmitty, how's your army doing? Your army's doing good. They've held the Alps very, very strongly against the French incursions and are now being ably supported in their efforts by the Horned Panda force as well. And actually I should name the navy after someone, rather than just being the Kingdom of Italy Navy. Who should it be? This can be the Nimander Navy. I don't think I've ever called a navy after him, which is surprising, considering my love for all things alliteration. Alright, Nimander Navy is a go with his one battleship. It's fine. We got this. No, silly. Alright, so everyone's just attacking there. Entente causing more and more problems, and we've taken Naples back. Lovely. So, back to the stalemate, basically. How are the cavalry forces coming? They are coming, slowly but surely. And that will mean that we will have a bit of a group of troops down here. Oh, so I do own that province. Can I get access through you? I can. Alright, here's my plan. Tanks. Lithuania's capitulated. I want you to come down here. Oh, you're being attacked probably. Yeah, you are.